Here are our best tips for our over 40-year-olds.
So I'm going to give tips for the guys.
And I'll give tips for ladies. We have a really good track record. We've been having engagements every single month since January in our community, so you might want to listen up. And for those lovely ladies that are new here, what's up? I'm Natasha.
And I'm Brian.
I was a former single mom with 4 kids, went through a whole bunch of trauma and loss. If you're interested in learning more about dating and relationships and feeling good in your body again, I'm talking your hormones, your nervous system, all that.
Click the subscribe button so you don't miss any of our videos and content. Why don't you go first and help the ladies?
Okay, so tip number 1 is you want to open yourself up to date different types of men. Ladies, this is a game changer. Like, lean in for a second. I'm talking men that are maybe not even necessarily in your hometown. Open yourself up to date globally. I mean, we're biased because we met international, but I also have multiple women that I know that have coached, my girlfriends, that are now all married to men, provider energy men. They're living their best life, and they met men internationally. The dating world has opened up so much, and there's so many good quality men that actually want to get married. Date different types of men, meaning don't date the same types of guys that you dated in your past. If you have a rocky history of men and those relationships did not work, you might want to think about attracting different types of men, which is, of course, what I specialize in the Feminine Energy Academy. For the ladies, so many times they want to just date the same types of guys based on chemistry and attraction and look. And that's not how you choose a provider energy man, especially over 40.
I was in my mid 40s, I believe 44, 45, when I started dating my now wife. Even if you're in your 40s and you just started dating or you got out of a marriage, whatever the case is, you're still in the prime time of your life. Our market value goes up as we get older. So as long as you're taking care of yourself, you have things in order, you're still able to attract a woman 8 to 12 years younger. And we don't want to go too young.
No,
Right.
please
But
don't.
understanding that you're
Yeah.
still able to attract a woman in her early 30s, mid 30s, and still able to get into quality relationships, still able to have children. So it's more about you just understanding, let me make sure my life is in order. Let me make sure I have things lined up, because attracting the right type of woman won't be the challenge. It's just you understanding being in your 40s isn't an issue. We started dating when I was 44, got married when I was 45. Things happen so quickly. And once you get married, it's like you've been married forever. So it's not even an issue with age at that point, but it's about making sure you go after the right type of woman, but the opportunity will be there for you.
This is so huge. Like, you have to do this. Point number 2 for the ladies, get out of your masculine energy and into your feminine. Now, if you're over 40 and you are single right now, there's a very, very high chance that you function mostly in your masculine energy, and you probably even have hormone issues because those things go hand in hand. This is something that a lot of women have been pushed into subconsciously without realizing it, because you've been in survival mode for so long. A lot of times you're single moms, like I was, you're boss babes, like I was. You were raised by masculine energy single moms, like I was. You're an immigrant, like, or you come from an immigrant household, like I was. All of those things put you in your masculine energy as a woman. And the problem with that, if you're not aware of it, you're going to keep attracting men that are in their feminine. This could be younger men, this could be men that are even older than you, but they function more in their feminine energy. This is really your starting point as a woman, is healing your nervous system, healing your feminine energy, so you can shift out of your masculine and you can become magnetic. Naturally, you will become magnetic. You don't got to chase these guys. They will start chasing you everywhere you go when you lean more into your feminine energy.
And as a man, the second point that you want to make sure you check off is making sure financially you have things in order. Being in your 40s, most men have worked jobs for 10 or 15 years. You've been able to have maybe a 401k, put things to the side. If you don't have any children, or even if you have children and have never been married, coming into the relationship, you want to show that you're the provider, that you're the protector. So coming in financially stable. Now, that doesn't mean that you're working this job where you're making, 150, $200,000, 300. That's great if you are, but that's not the qualification only. But making sure you're financially stable, have things in order, can take care of a family, can take care of your potential spouse, and she knows that you're there to protect and willing to do whatever it takes to make sure things are taken care of. So coming into it in your 40s, being financially stable just ups your chance of just attracting that dream girl that you desire. That's something you want to make sure you have in place before you pursue a relationship at that age.
I actually just thought of a bonus one, so stay to the end. This is really important. Point number three thing you really want to focus on is you need to have a glow up. Like you need to look like a hot tamale. Does not mean you need to look like a 20-year-old, but you need to look good for your age. And what we always talk about
Yes.
on this channel, as you get older, it's actually easier for women. And that's because most women in their 40s and their 50s and their 60s stop taking care of themselves.
Mm.
They got the hormone issues going on, they're emotionally all over the place. They just don't feel good in their bodies anymore. They stop taking care of how they look. So you come along, cutie pie, and you're 40, 50, 60 years old and you start to take care of yourself. Your hair is looking good. You lose a little bit of weight, you get your hormones back on track. You are going to stand out so much. And we see this all of the time. Perfect example is Brian's sister, who was in her early 50s, and she recently got married to her provider energy man, and she followed these exact same steps.
Third point for the men, prioritize personal development. It's so key because what happens when you get in your 40s and even older, women want to know that you're growing, want to know that you have the tools needed to lead them. And what it does for you as well, it gives you confidence as a man. It lets you know that you have answers for whatever comes about because you're always learning, you're always growing, you're always developing your brain and just willing to be open to new ideas. And it also helps with communication, understanding how to communicate with women. All of that comes from just continuing to pursue personal development because what you learn to this day is great. It's helped you get to where you are, but you want to show that you're continuing to develop as a person and developing so you can be the best partner for your queen.
So good. I mean, that's why we have another community for the guys too, the dating for marriage community. So Coach B can help you, and I can help you with the communication and the personal development for our guys. All right. Bonus tip for the ladies: date older men.
Mm.
Now, this is not in every single case. I understand that there's healthy, happy marriages where the guy is younger than the woman, but he is very much in his masculine energy. I'm talking for the women that are fresh on the dating scene, or you have not gone on the dating scene yet, you haven't, posted your profile or anything like that yet. You want to aim for guys that are older than you, because what that's going to do is just going to increase your chances of attracting a man that is going to be able to have that polarity with you. It's going to take you out of your masculine into your feminine. You'll naturally increase your chances of attracting a masculine energy man. Now, also, side note for the dating profiles and all that, photos, what to say, this is something that we specialize in, and we will leave the link for you below, where we do help our ladies in the Feminine Energy Academy. Just set up your dating profiles, and we help you with just what photos to put, what to say, how to date internationally, all that. Plus, you're just in a safe environment where we're there holding your hands, helping you.
Let us know in the comments what you think. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them below.
All right, ladies.
Babe, babe, babe.